Okay, guys. So this is something new. You must be surprised me starting today. So again, hey guys, welcome to Cheeky Bastard Podcast, the podcast which is all about football and the banter that comes with it. Right? So
Fun.
that's why you can see me wearing Real Madrid jersey. So it has converted from cricket podcast to football podcast because nothing, don't have anything left in cricket, right? India losing to Sri Lanka, India getting out of Asia Cup. Why are we doing cricket podcast?
Control, Akshay. Okay, guys, we are not. We are discussing it. We are in discussion. Wait. Right, cut. Right. Let's let's get Akshay back into cricket, Adi. Somehow we have to get him back because I can understand, right? Asia Cup exit, a loss to Sri Lanka. I remember Australia lost to Sri Lanka. You guys were making fun of me. Now I can understand. Now you guys can understand the pain, right? And losing to Pakistan, both these matches, which could have been won, both of them could have been won, went to the last over. Who we fucked up the second last over, all those matches. So I understand where Akshay is coming from. But Adi, bring him back, Adi. Somehow bring him back. I don't know.
So, I have this reputation of being the neutral guy as such, right? So, of course, we know today's attention is going to be all about Virat Kohli, not Real Madrid, but Virat Kohli. Fuck off.
Editing put Adi in middle. He should be
So, of course, Virat Kohli century will be celebrated, and we'll talk about it. But I think it's really important that we talk about what the Asia Cup exit tells us about our situation right now. Because currently, we won by against Afghanistan by a very big margin, but Pakistan and Sri Lanka have proven that they are a very good side in T20s. We can't say that we have only 3 or 4 good T20 side in England and South Africa and Australia, and that's it. But this is going to be competitive, and you can't be lethargic in your approach, especially with the World Cup coming in. You can't do that here.
Agreed. So actually, two things combined, right? So we have Sri Lanka and Pakistan doing very well. So definitely in contention now, along with South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, England also, right? All of these teams are not doing well. And then India, like Kohli scored 100, right? You can't ignore that. Now he's like technically back in form, right? Everybody's saying that his footwork was like that. ABD complimented his footwork and all of that, right? So if Kohli is back in form, this India is a different India altogether. Then India is in contention. I'm sorry, but it is. If Kohli can continue this. Right?
Actually, I'd like to add one point. See, because we didn't have a lot of podcasts during the Asia Cup, I think it's important to say that just a century doesn't exactly prove that you are in a great form. But what has happened this whole series that, except that one innings against Virat Kohli has done well in all the matches, which shows a good flow as such. And with a good series against a strong Australia and a strong South Africa team coming up, this is only going to help India moving forward, like from Virat Kohli's perspective.
Let me just say it out very clearly. I'll be supporting Australia. India versus Australia series. But don't call it strong Australia side, okay? I'll be supporting them in World Cup also. But don't call it strong Australia side, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. South Africa,
strong as in full strength. Okay, not fine. Strong, but full strength.
Fine, that I'll take. Don't call it don't do that, right? South Africa ke saath you can, but don't do it with Australia. I know we are fucked up right now, right? Our captain can't, he's a farm animal. He just deals in ducks. साले ने single digit score का record बना दिया होगा. I'm pretty sure no other
in 7 innings. Yes, in 7 innings he has 5 ducks, and the other 2 scores are 15 and 6. 21 run in 7 innings.
It's
that is the absolute low that I've ever heard of.
I don't know actually if you remember that batsman. There was an Ashton Turner.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, that middle order player who played for even Rajasthan for some reason.
That motherfucker got out on so many ducks, I remember, in 1 year only. Against India, then went to Pakistan, got out there in 2 ducks, something like that, right? I think Finch has surpassed all of them. Finch is Finch and Guptill at this point. These 2 guys are just trying their boards. Ki rakh ke dikhao mujhko. Keep me in the team. How, it's that kind of a situation right now. Dude, I'll say this, and I know Kohli fans will get offended, but even Kohli was not playing this bad. When Kohli was bad, At least he was still double digit bat. These guys are single digit bat. Dude,
Yes, yeah.
single digit. Akshay, I'll give you a bat you'll score more than Finch right now. Right? I can promise you. I can promise you that. Right? Against Zimbabwe, he couldn't score.
Again, yeah, against Zimbabwe, correct.
Okay. Sorry.
Like, I
Coming
could
back to it.
also score
Yeah.
like maybe,
Yeah. No. You're the
maybe I
booby.
could have scored.
You're the booby. You will concede 19 runs in 3 balls. Right. So, anyways, all right. Let's discuss a little bit in more
No, no,
detail what happened.
he's Ashdeep. He's Ashdeep.
Arshdeep, sorry, my bad.
I'll
Yeah.
drop catches. Yes, I'll drop catches. Yes.
नहीं dude, that we discussed. वो तो तू भी ले लेता. That we discussed. That was like straight
Uh,
up. Right. But okay, let's come back to the match actually.
I have yeah. Let's come back because I've actually dropped that kind of sitter, but so let's come back.
Sure.
Uh, so if we are talking about today's match, right? Um, if you're looking at the scorecard, you'd feel that KL Rahul has had a good innings overall, right? Like 60 runs of 40 balls is not bad, and it is good by all standard. But I do feel that in the first 10, 12 overs, the batting was on the easier side, and a lot of shots that he played was more of, just have to hit it out of the park kind of shot. Those were not, I am observing the ball and then trying to play according to like some grounded shots, some shots in the air. There was no balance as such. He was like, he knew that if I don't score a big today, I'm out of
He
team.
was playing like Rizwan against India. And Rizwan was playing. Right? He was just not thinking about anything, he was just hitting the balls.
But Rizwan takes time, right? He takes 10, 15, 20, sometimes even 30 balls to set up the stage. But yeah, like kind of that. He was 33 of 30 in one of the match, then went on to score 70.
Yeah.
So that's a fact.
Actually, see,
So
I'll
yeah,
tell
still
you
not
KL.
very satisfied or happy with KL's performance.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you the thing about KL at this point, what I think, right? Like the best of the KL that I remember in T20s is sorry to say if I don't remember correctly, you can jog my memory, but it is an IPL. It's not an international. I don't remember a cup of any sort where like any kind of tournament where he has other than IPL he has performed. Bilateral, please, as an Indian fan, just let go of bilaterals, please. I beg you. Right, like humbly,
Yeah.
I'll ask, just let go of that. But think of tournaments, think of big matches. I don't remember KL doing anything like that. And when he did well in IPL, he was playing like Kohli played today. Running down the track, hitting the balls over, right, pulling short length ball. Doesn't matter what the field. If there's four fielders on the leg side, doesn't matter because he knows that he'll clear the boundary. That kind of a player, which was not even against Afghanistan, a weaker Afghanistan, which were demotivated Afghanistan from yesterday. Still, he was not there basically. What Kohli has done now, KL just needs to see that and be like, okay, maybe I need to copy that.
No, Indian team, I also don't remember. Adi is again good with stats.
Maybe
He'll say,
Adi is
but
that guy.
I don't remember him any
Okay.
highlight of his in any Indian innings. Basically, IPL for sure.
IPL, I
He
remember. Yeah.
So I'll add to your points actually, the points that you have mentioned, that he has very good. If you're looking at just numbers, he has good numbers in T20 international as well. He has 2 centuries, so that accounts to something. But the problem is those innings are very sparsely, distributed, and there's no he's capable. He's a very classic, actually he's a very good batsman, and he's capable to hit any of the bowlers, but he lacks that sort of confidence, you can say, and he is more of, who gets crushed under the pressure very easily. If it's a easy some random match where he's not under any sort of pressure, he'll perform better, maybe. Like he'll take some time to settle in, a 20 runs of 16 ball, and then when he starts to open up, he's as good as any T20 batsman can get when he's on song. But he cannot give you difficult, if he cannot bring you out of difficult situation. He has never done that, and he can not done in any format. Actually, he has never done that.
Actually, what you're saying is correct. Even Akshay, if you try to remember, we had this discussion way back in IPL.
Of course, I am saying correct thing.
Somebody has taken it to the heart,
You're
but
like,
okay.
what thinking? I'm putting up rant.
No, rant is my thing. Yours is the correct, but that's okay. Right. What I was saying to you, Akshay, was, if you remember during even IPL, we were discussing, like last year, I guess. The
Mm-hmm.
discussion that came around was, we were discussing, like, Punjab lost, right, when he was the captain for Punjab. Punjab lost the matches, and even when they are winning the matches here in Lucknow, it's not
Yes,
him doing anything as a captain that is making that happen, right? Nothing. He had Holders, Stoinis, like, he had the best team probably on paper, 100%. I think the best team on paper was, after auction. We all said Lucknow, hands down. Lucknow was the best team. I think we were
correct.
tied between, like, we had a discussion between Delhi and Rajasthan, right? Which one is better? Gujarat, by the
Mm-hmm.
way, was never even in the conversation, right? Which one? But we had Rajasthan and Delhi, and second or third we were discussing. But one was Lucknow, and he still couldn't win with that, right? So,
So,
and other than captaincy, the other part that Adi just mentioned, right, is that the team game is missing from him, is what I can say. Like, he just thinks about his game too much, is what I feel like it's too much how I should not get out, or how I should hold on this position. But he has never done that to get the match, like to win the match for them, right? Like, even in Punjab, I remember, वो 100 मार रहा है, Agarwal 100 मार रहा है, Punjab फिर आ जा रही है. Like, I'm exaggerating, but I'm just
so,
saying,
so,
like, वो 80 या
Yeah,
so,
70
exactly.
या 80 70, but Punjab फिर आ रही है.
so yeah, during this IPL is well Lucknow, right? So there were matches, probably couple of matches, wherein because of him, team lost because he was not rotating
Yeah,
strike. He was not
yeah,
probably hitting the
yeah.
shot. He was playing slow, just trying to reach his 50 or 100, probably his personal milestone. There was one instance I remember. There were a couple of matches. So
No, one I
yeah,
remember as well.
There's
I think
actually a stat to prove that. Just 1 second. So it
Statman
says
is
that
here.
in in his tenure with Lucknow and Punjab, in last 3 years, in more than 66% of the matches where the team had to chase, his run rate, his strike rate was lower than the required run rate.
Mhm.
If you have a guy who's settled and he's scoring at a lower run rate than the expected, you're not going to win that match
Definitely.
because whoever is coming in is under a lot of pressure, right?
Correct,
This other guy is just playing singles and dots. That's not going to help the team.
correct.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. So, why am I discussing so much with you guys on this? I wanted to, is because, see, any discussion that we have at this point, the only logical end to it is the T20 World Cup, right? So, my point to you would be,
Yes.
I don't want your personal opinions. Please don't give that. This podcast is not about personal opinions. Obviously, it is. But what I want from you guys, what I want from you guys is, do you, first of all, do you think KL should play? Right? Why, if he should, and if not, then who should replace him according to you? One replacement only, please.
Okay. So one question though, like you said, not personal opinion, but do you think
No,
so
I was
that's
joking.
from BCCI
I,
perspective or
I was just joking. I'm from your perspective. BCCI would
right?
play KL.
Okay, okay. I'll
BCCI is playing KL. तुम लिख
yeah,
के ले लो.
for sure because he's the vice captain and he's going to stay there till at least the World Cup.
ये
So
अक्षय का
that's a
कर
big
दो
headache for us.
क्या? It's true, Akshay. It's true. He's the vice captain. He's going to play.
Uh,
Hmm.
when Rohit Sharma was named the captain, no, I was talking. I had this one point of view that don't name Rohit Sharma as the captain. He should be the VC and name someone young who is not experienced, who is maybe
That was
pathetic.
my point.
He'll lose a few series, but yeah, but uh, mine as well. But he'll get to learn, and after an year or so, that guy will be good enough to lead the side for at least 5-7 years or something like that. That will be a good setting up the stage.
श्रेयस अय्यर.
I had that with someone younger in the mind, not KL Rahul.
श्रेयस अय्यर.
And what's happening right now is that they have Rohit Sharma as captain and they are preparing KL Rahul as the next captain. They are just given him free hand that no matter how you perform, no matter how pathetic your captaincy is, we know it is pathetic, but we are still going to give you opportunity to learn and grow and maybe don't fuck up in the next World Cup. I think that's the idea.
What a nice plan, right,
But
Akshay?
but at least,
Maybe.
but 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 at least see when Rohit was the captain Asia Cup, we didn't win a match. With KL, we just won a match. So I don't know.
I mean, we won against Pakistan and Hong Kong and
That's fine. Again,
Afghanistan and Hong Kong have to do.
I
Have to
mean,
do.
I think
Again, Adi,
I think
Adi, once again, you cannot disrespect Afghanistan. Come on.
No, no
wait,
disrespect to
I'm not saying, but bro, I am saying Rohit Sharma won us a Asia Cup in 2018. He won 2 matches in the round group as well. So like maybe a little bit of respect somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Before we.
Let's move on to so sorry about the question that you had. I think from my opinion, I'll not keep KL in the as opener. We should rather open with, as I've always said, of the top three, we should only play one. But if we have to, we can go with two, and we can still survive the match. Like maybe we have a chance to win. But if all three, Rohit, Kohli, and KL, all three of are playing, then no, we are not winning it.
No,
We're
no.
We should
opening with
stand by
Kohli.
that.
Actually, I think Adi, the question. The question was again. Sorry. The question was if KL is not there, you have to assume Rohit and Kohli are there. If you have to
Hmm.
replace KL, who is the player? I think that was the question, right, Sumit?
Yeah.
Yes, so I am replacing KL with Kohli over there, and Sky at number three.
Everyone one
Then
up.
um, one of one of that kind of thing. Maybe one position would be left. That would be filled by one of I would say Pant or Huda, but I would go for Huda.
No, 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 no. Huda, no, no. We I don't know. He
Yeah, actually, I wanted to discuss this part. We didn't have any podcast in between.
he just did well somewhere in Ireland, right? That was the inning
Yes,
series which he shined, and after that, I don't know him being.
I'll give an explanation though. See, your point is correct. See, what I'm saying is that Huda has done well in few innings against Ireland and against West Indies.
Hmm.
Rishabh Pant has not done good against anyone. That's the problem.
Acha.
So, like, only just because he's a left arm batsman,
Hmm.
but he's not giving you. We need a left arm batsman to provide us balance, to give us someone who's going to handle spin, who's maybe can handle pace slightly better. But he has got enough opportunities. 50 matches already, 50 innings as a T20 batsman. If you still average 22, you are slightly better than Mushfiqur Rahim. Nothing more.
So
The
what I
legend.
would instead of KL, I would have put in Ishan Kishan.
Ishan Kishan.
Not
Okay.
a bad idea. Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's a
Same,
fair opinion.
same order, but Ishan Kishan is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ishan
I know.
Rohit open, basically. So
I know. Akshay.
Mumbai India.
Go ahead. Mumbai Indians. Okay. So you're
See,
also
again,
sitting
yeah,
out KL, right?
these can vary.
Mhm.
These preference of one or two player might vary. That's not a problem. But I think all can agree that if we
KL.
want Australia to not win the World Cup, we need KL Rahul out.
See, there are two opinions I'll tell you. One is from with Australia in my heart, right? I would want KL to play the World Cup, 100%, 100%. I want KL to play, but with keeping अभी ये दिल का मामला थोड़ा side रख के, what makes sense is, and I know Akshay is going to hate me and Adi is not going to agree, but I still believe that Prithvi Shaw in Australia would do well. Just
Hey,
something I
Bhagwan.
believe. Just something I
No,
believe
no.
that Prithvi Shaw.
Maybe he can, but again, see, he has not played in international T20 cricket ever. So IPL is a very different thing altogether.
I get
In
it.
IPL, even Umran Malik was taking wickets. Right. You
Okay,
can't say that
all right.
Umran
I'm
Malik is ready
I'm
for World
getting
Cup.
fired.
That,
See,
So,
that will always
so
if
happen.
not
Sumit,
if not.
so it's not
Mhm.
it's not Ricky Ponting tags that Ricky Ponting coached him, so he'll play against Australia. Come on.
See, that's a bit of bias that I have because Ponting sees something in him, so it has to be something there. If not Prithvi Shaw, which I knew you both would not agree, then I'll go with what Adi went. For two reasons. One is that, see, Kohli performs or doesn't perform, we don't know. It's very good. Like the entire India is celebrating, should celebrate as well. He scored his 100 after 3 years or whatever. Right? He's crossed that margin. Right? Everybody is hoping that he does well from now on. If he does well, also open with him. Right? That's your best chance to win the game.
Yeah.
If not, also that's also good, right? Because if he doesn't play well, he gets out early only, and you don't have a burden at number one down. Right. So either he
Hmm.
performs, he gets out. Both the situation you have Sky coming in next, which is much more reliable. And again, I believe Sky will also do better, very well in Australia. Like the bouncy tracks will support his kind of batting and Sharma.
Hmm.
So I'm counting on Sharma and Sky, the Mumbai Indians, basically, to do well. Not Ishan Kishan in Australia, just for that just for that one reason. Again, I have only seen him, as you said, for Prithvi, right? I have only seen him in IPL. I can't vouch how well he'll perform in foreign conditions. But Sky, 100%, I'm telling you, Sky is made like I'm pretty sure he'll you know throw the kitchen sink at it for the entire tournament. Maybe the batsman of the tournament. I don't know.
Oh, so one thing, I have not seen Prithvi in IPL also. Whenever he whenever he went out, I
Oh,
switch on the TV.
okay. I'll add just one point. This has been a great discussion. Can I add one point though?
No, you can't.
From few from few very reliable
Bolo,
sources,
bolo.
the squad is supposed to be announced for 15th or 16th this month. Sanju Samson might get selected in the squad for middle order position.
Yes.
Loving it. So yeah, that's another headache that we have, and I have a feeling
Sanju
Pant is
for the win.
going to be replaced with him.
Sanju
So,
for the
Adi,
win
Adi,
for Australia.
tell me, what will Sanju and who is that reliable source? I want to know that source.
Few verified Twitter handles who have said that from like BCCI sources like that, but I know that person has a lot of tweets which come true. Like his, reports are generally true. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, John guy. So there's John guy.
No. I'm the stat guy. I don't depend on John for that. I have my own birds.
So,
So very so happy about it.
KL खेलेगा,
KL
Kohli
खेलेगा,
खेलेगा.
संजू खेलेगा. भुवी को भी रख लो और
भूवी को
बोलो
प्लीज रख लो.
अश्विन
को रख लो. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में तो बिल्कुल रखो.
and Rishabh Pant.
हाँ, पंत. DK नहीं, पंत.
Makes a perfect 11. We will
Actually keep DK. ऑस्ट्रेलिया वालों को थोड़ा पंत से दिक्कत है, थोड़ा रह गया अभी भी. But no, dude. See,
Okay.
you have to give yourself chance.
तुम्हें अभी सब डांस बंद हो जाएगा जब मैं बोलूंगा रिंकू सिंह खेलेगा.
रिंकू सिंह खेलेगा ही नहीं. मुझे पता है नहीं खेलेगा तो बस. No, see,
What you actually
I'll tell you why I like Rinku Singh
you
so
actually
much.
see him as a good batsman or what?
I see him as a very good batsman because
good.
he's very desi, like I don't know. I don't know if the comparison will make sense to you or not, but the javelin gold medalist, silver medalist, who's that? Neeraj Chopra, right?
Chopra.
So he seems like that kind of a guy, like very desi, very bash about it. Cricket खेलने आए हैं, मारेंगे चले जाएंगे type का player, right? So I actually like him very much. Like I feel like अगर उसको तुम chance दोगे ना, वो तुमको 4-5 मैच के बाद consistently पेलना शुरू कर देगा. Like he will be that kind of a batsman. और मस्त कोने में जाके अपना रोटी सब्जी खा के सोने चला गया type. नहीं, genuinely, like he feels like that.
Bro जिम जाना लेग डे नहीं वो सब नहीं करना. मैं दूध पीऊंगा.
लेग डे करेगा बट रोटी चावल खाते हुए रहेंगे, चावल रोटी दाल खाते हुए. It's like no fuzz, no nothing like that, no crap, like just जिस काम के लिए आए करके चलेगा. He feels like that guy.
Yeah.
मुझे लगता है वो इंजर्ड भी नहीं होगा.
ब्लैक वाटर की जगह लस्सी पिएगा.
हाँ, वो इंजर्ड भी नहीं होगा. Like
Good point actually.
क्या है, इतना तो हमारे गांव में ऐसे ही लग रहा है. Like that, like very desi kind of a guy. So I rate him highly, dude, just because of that fact. And the innings he played twice in Kolkata that I remember, like amazing.
Kolkata, yes.
So anyways, I think we have
okay. So we have, I think, discussed. Yeah. So we have discussed our option till number 4, 5. I think, like even till 5. I can say. The next point of discussion that we have is for how well or like good or bad Hardik Pandya did this series. That's going to be an interesting question because he has failed in 2 matches, pathetic, and there was one good innings with bowl as well. So where do you rate
Hardik Pandya? It was on and off. Wherever, yeah. So whichever innings he did not play, that pitch was not supporting him. That's it. His style of bowling, basically.
Okay.
And the batting part?
Yeah.
the batting part.
Batting में again, I don't know.
All round. Listen,
I don't know. Yeah, makes sense. A
I'll,
lot of sense.
you can't shit about Hardik Pandya. The only decent victory you have from this entire Asia Cup is the one that he got you. So
It's because
shut
of
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up about him. With the ball, with the bat, he was the guy who got you that. Just shut the fuck up. ठीक है बाकी 10 लोग से भी कुछ करा लो मैच
आदमी साला अच्छे प्लेयर्स लोग का पूछता है भाई साला अर्शदीप कैच ड्रॉप कर दिया उसके बारे में बात करो उसका
I'm coming to that. We are
उसका
we are at the all-rounder spot right now.
खत्म हो जाना चाहिए
नहीं अक्षय अभी करते हैं हाँ हाँ भाई आदि तो अर्शदीप आवेश बहुत अच्छे चॉइसेस थे ना क्योंकि वो मेन टीम नहीं खेल रही तो शमी की तो कोई जरूरत थी नहीं क्या हुआ
I'll tell my point here. I still agree that if we have Bumrah in our team and we have
जाना है be direct question है अर्शदीप talk about him don't घुमाओ मत
Mohammed, okay. So listen my point at least. Like once, give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. यार 30 सेकंड दे दो
हाँ ले 30 सेकंड रख ले तू भी याद रखे
if we have a squad of 15 where we have Bumrah, Bhuvi, Harshal Patel and Arshdeep, probably as a fifth bowler if we have Deepak Chair, I don't need a Shami. Shami is good enough in power plays, but we have Bhuvi doing the job already and he's doing very well. In power plays, he's still good. If and when Bumrah comes, he'll be there to assist. He'll be there with Arshdeep, and we know Bumrah will bowl a better 19th over than Bhuvi.
Okay, fair. Wait.
And 20th over, he has.
Sure, I'll prove in your point only. You said in the squad, if you already have these players, I don't need Shami. So you put Shami in India, you take the squad, go to Australia, right? Bumrah gets injured, or one of the guys get injured. Then Arshdeep comes in that place. Are you happy with that, or do you want Shami now? So that's called a squad, dude. स्क्वाड का मतलब होता है किसी एक को चोट लगे तो दूसरा आएगा तुम केन रिचर्डसन को रख लो ऐसे में और फिर केन रिचर्डसन फाइनल खेल रहा है वो लग गई फिर ऑस्ट्रेलिया की तो फिर दैट्स द होल पॉइंट राइट माय पॉइंट इज किक रिचर्डसन आउट sorry to take over but the other point is to keep Shami in the squad. You need Shami in the squad. He's your backup.
But I'll add one point though.
देखो and my point is keep Arshdeep out of the squad for probably 1 year so that वो सीखे
नहीं see, I'll agree to Adi.
Arshdeep is a much better that bowler.
I'll agree to Adi कि आवेश को तो बाहर कर दो प्लीज हाथ जोड़ रहा हूँ मैं but Arshdeep still वो दोनों मैचेस में लास्ट ओवर the runs he had to defend even though the second last one was because of him dropping the catch he had to defend but still the runs that he had to defend he did very well is what I'll say like if Starkey also did that I'll be happy with that भाई 7 रन थे आखिरी ओवर में बहुत बड़ी बात है कि तुम आखिरी बॉल तक ले गए
That's the point I'm trying to make that the catch drop that he did was a very like easy one as I said right and he should have taken that. It was a blunder of a mistake and there have been instances when a player has been dropped for from the team for such mistakes. It has happened but I'm looking at his other things as well like if a young guy with only 5 to 10 match of experience can bowl that well of a 18th and 20th over, he should be there in the World Cup squad as well because definitely the Australian pitch is going to assist him more than what the UAE pitch was going to was assisting him. I don't see any reason why. If maybe like Harshal Patel returns, maybe you think that Harshal Patel has also done well with it, so he'll be the first choice. That's fine by that. But your backup should be Arshdeep. And when you talk about Shami being the backup, right? That's where I don't agree. That if you remove Bumrah, you are losing someone like Bumrah is very important for all the phases of a match, right? In power play, middle over, and death. But his importance is more in death overs. And Shami isn't going to give me any guarantee in death over.
That is not happening.
For power play, I have Bhuvi and Bhuvi who can do equally, not 100% same, but 80-85% of task what Bumrah can do. But for that over, we don't have anyone else except Harshal to some extent and Arshdeep to some extent. I'm not saying it's completely same, but to some extent who can do that job. So if Bumrah is out, I would rather have Arshdeep in the squad rather than Shami. Because for power plays, I already have Bhuvi and Chahar to manage that.
Adi, World Cup again. Asia Cup, you have Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Hong Kong, pata nahi kya team. But in World Cup, it will be Australia, South Africa, England. So So there are levels, right? Let's just not compare him with just one Asia Cup bowling well against Hong Kong, bowling well against.
One question though.
There's a
One
guarantee he will
question though.
bowl well against Australia, South Africa. That's my point.
Yeah, one question though. When has ever Shami done well against Australia in a T20 match?
I'm just talking about Arshdeep right now.
Yeah, see, I understand the point. The
See,
point, but
my point is, we have Australia innings right now, Sumit, right? India, Australia, right?
Yeah.
series, yes, three
Mm.
match.
Try bowl him then. Let's see if he's bowling good that time. Then probably think about World Cup as a backup. Let's not
Yeah,
just directly push him to World Cup. He's not ready as of now. That's it.
I can agree with that.
Mm.
But right now we have only seen him. Like we cannot. What we are doing currently, predicting the squad. We are predicting a squad from the performance right now, right? So how can we predict a squad if we don't see
No,
someone
so
perform right now? Obviously,
what he's saying,
our
right?
session will be biased. a little.
100%. So what he's saying is
Yeah.
the performance he saw right now, he doesn't want from what he saw, he doesn't want to keep Arshdeep. That's where the difference of opinion is.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fine. Okay, right.
Right.
Not,
That's what he
not
said. And I
another
agree.
thing. Why?
Yeah, go ahead.
The main question.
Hmm.
Your main question was that why not Shami like backup?
Mhm.
I want you guys to know that he has been playing T20 cricket for 7 years now. I mean international T20, and he has played only 17 matches where he has 17 wickets, and his economy is 9.8 something.
Okay.
So if he has consistently failed, there is some reason why he is not there in the mix. You
100%.
cannot ignore the numbers completely.
100%. What's Hardik Pandya's numbers like that international?
I can put it up right now if you give me just 5 to
Sure.
10 seconds
Go
maybe.
ahead. Go ahead. See, what the point I'm trying to make is Shami, whatever we saw of him in recently in T20 has been phenomenal. For Gujarat, he was
Right.
hands down the best bowler that were bowling, even when Rashid was bowling. He was still better than Rashid the entire season.
Recent performance, not 7 years. Recent performance.
Recent performance. Right. So my point being, Shami has to be in the squad, in the consideration. Otherwise, if you're just looking out of Shami, like what the myopic view that India took, right, resulted in what has resulted. You would agree to me here, at least, I guess. If you had it in your power, after the first defeat by Pakistan, you would have taken Shami in the squad for Sri Lanka or no? Simple fact. Bumrah is not there, Harshal is not there. Arshdeep is there, but you still would have taken Shami over Arshdeep or not. No.
After Pakistan, no.
No.
Mm.
Oh, good.
I'm being truly honest here.
Yeah,
See,
that's
another
good.
point that
That's
I want to
good.
add
Yeah.
out about the IPL.
Hmm.
Yeah, about the IPL you're saying. Shami did really well. I'm not denying that by any chance. But look at a few bowlers who did well in IPL, like not extremely, highest wicket taker as such, but some players. Avesh Khan had done brilliantly. You can't deny it. Mohsin Khan was doing almost that well, right? Shami was doing really well.
Mhm.
Who was not doing well? Bhuvi was economical, but not wicket taker as such.
Mhm.
Arshdeep was also not, he was bowling very good death overs, but not very economical as such. I mean, not a lot of wickets, sorry. I mean, Chahal took a lot of wickets, but in this World Cup, we are seeing he took wickets against Pakistan, but before that, he was doing very well. So I don't think we can take IPL as a criteria to keep them in the mix, like try them international, give them chance, see how they fare over international. But from IPL to World Cup squad is not something I can
But
agree on.
then
Rather, who has played international done well is
100%,
the selection
100%.
should
But then
be.
I can say the same for Ireland, right? You can't play player in Ireland and then expect them to,
Yeah.
because you played there well, now you're in the World Cup, Asia Cup squad. That's not correct as well. What Akshay said, right? Play them against Australia if you feel like they're the best, right? Let's see what happens
Adi,
there.
Adi, see, when you are saying IPL, it's not the benchmark. You have to try them in international. You did try out. Arshdeep did not perform well in IPL, as you said, right? But he got chance for Asia Cup International. But Shami performed well. He's not getting the chance. That's the point, right?
Because I mean,
That's the
see,
point.
Shami not getting selected in any squad. Like I do agree if you say no that he should have got an opportunity in like these international tours. So for example, maybe we have Australia team coming up. Maybe we can try Shami there, see how he fares up. That would be a fair argument, and I'll actually agree to that. That have a look at him. Not a problem with that.
I'll tell you.
That's
I'll
not
tell you from my
something
standpoint.
completely
Sure.
bad idea.
I'll tell you from my standpoint again, as an Aussie fan looking from far. Right, I'm not involved in the Indian cricket like heart to heart. Right, that's you two guys. But as an Aussie fan, I always feel like, and I think I've told you also this before, Stark is not playing anything, I'm fine. Like Stark is not playing any series, I'm fine. World Cup aata hai, I need Stark in my team. I'm sorry. Play whoever the fuck. Jai
Yeah,
Richardson, Kane Richardson, Laura Richardson, Lesson Richardson. Right. Any Richardson can play. World Cup aaya, I need Stark in the team. Why? He hasn't performed for years well in ODI. But I know as soon as you give him the ball in World Cup, we are going to get wickets, right? Same is the case, and at least from what I see from Shami, the line and length he bowls, right? The back of slightly back of the good length ball that he bowls to the batsman coming in, like seeming inwards towards him. That is the kind of ball similar to, not exactly the same, to Pat Cummins what he bowls in Australia, right? So
Hmm.
that
yeah,
because the pitches would support him so well, the tournament is said to be there. He's your workhorse also. Shami doesn't shy away from bowling long spells, and it's a 4 over spell that he has to do anyway. So it's not he can bowl 4 overs in the entire tournament. Doesn't matter. The pitch supports him. He's in touch right now, at least like in the IPL at least. Even though he hasn't performed anything, I won't play him in against Australia and against South Africa. I would play these bacha people you have against them, see who is good, take them, but I'll keep Shami in reserve. उसको इंडिया रखने का कोई मतलब नहीं है. If you need, he should be there. जैसे need I ना अभी, Ganfati you needed him, but he was not there. I'll keep him there. I'll not play him. He's not in my opening 11, but he's supposed to be there. That loss of him having there is what costed you Asia Cup, is I can say without any doubt. Without any doubt, I can say that if you just had Shami in the squad with you, right, you would have not gotten out at this point 100%. I'm not saying if you would have won final or what, but you would not have gotten out.
yeah. The only problem is that T20 World Cup 2021 was in UAE, in the same similar pitches, and Shami was there in the squad, and he played in the matches, and he was one of the most costly bowlers as such against Pakistan, and he took wickets against Zambia, he took wickets against Scotland. I'll agree to that, but yeah, he did fail against New Zealand and Pakistan. Now that's also a
So
fact
this is
which we
in
have to.
Sumedh
No,
explained it.
let me
Yeah,
let me
see.
get back to that. Let me just argue his like this is what the podcast is for, right? Okay, you said he didn't perform against New Zealand and Pakistan. Who performed against Pakistan? Which bowler performed against Pakistan?
Uh,
No one.
no one took a wicket, but Bhuvi and Bumrah were because you have to compare the performance when
100%.
you have to take 3 bowlers,
100%.
right? You'll have to compare, and those two had better numbers compared to Shami. Why I'm
100%.
saying this, I agree that in Australia, Shami, the pitch and the condition support Shami more than Bhuvi. But as you said, right, your last statement was that we could have maybe won. Maybe I'm saying maybe we could have won this Asia Cup if we had Shami in the squad.
Yeah.
I'm saying in the World Cup we had Bhuvi, Shami, and Bumrah, and yet we didn't win.
Yeah,
So
we
you
didn't win.
cannot have anyone better than Bumrah,
Wait,
right?
you'll not have. And as I said, right, I'll not play Shami in my starting 11. I'll only keep him when one of my front four, like 4 main bowlers, is not able to bowl. 3 pacers
Yeah,
is not able to pace. I'll keep him in, not Arshdeep, is what I'm saying. Right now, the example that you gave, right, is correct. But again, you're comparing a World Cup to an Asia Cup, right? When he did, it's not like you can't say कि Shami के कारण हार गए World Cup. That was not the case, right?
नहीं, no, definitely
That was
not,
not the
definitely
Here
not
you
the
can
case.
right. But
The whole, the
हम लोग भूवी के
बोलो बोलो
yes,
और
yes,
यहाँ पर तुम
भूवी
बोल
के
सकते हो
कारण
फॉर श्योर हारे हैं कैच ड्रॉप किया है
हाँ
वो
वो कैच ड्रॉप किया है बट I'll say कि भूवी के कारण हारे हो तुम दोनों मैच में सेकंड लास्ट ओवर he just fucked it up, right? If you are the death bowler, you can't
yeah,
do
he
that
could have, right.
again. So I
So I
know we are
think
going round and round
what
in the
I
argument.
might agree, what I might agree is that maybe not in the 11, but we can have a look at him for one spot in the squad rather than
But
the playing 11, but
that's
in
all
the
I'm
squad
asking, sir. That's
as
all
an
I'm asking.
option.
That's all I'm asking, sir. That's all I'm asking. But that's what I'm telling
Yeah, right.
actually. मेरी तरफ से मत ले जाओ भाई, मत ले जाओ, अवेश को ले जाओ, ठीक है? अवेश को मोहसिन क्या है वो, है ना? उसको ले जाओ, उमरान मलिक को
इमरान
ले
मलिक
जाओ, और हाँ, वो उसको छोड़ देना, नटराजन को छोड़ देना, please. नटराजन
वो तो हाँ छोड़ दिए.
वो प्लीज छोड़ दो उसको. वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया
Oh,
गया था, विकेट ले लिया था फालतू, वो सब नहीं करना. मोहसिन सॉरी, ये आवेश एंड ये तुम्हारे जो बाकी बच्चे हैं, वो सब अर्शदीप को भी ले जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं मेरे को, but please
Right,
शमी को
right.
छोड़ो. I'm scared of him a little bit.
This was a very productive discussion,
Very
I feel.
productive discussion. So, okay. So we agree on nothing. Let's move on. I think we have discussed enough. We can close this very quickly. I would have wanted to discuss something else, but let's do it in another one. So,
Yep.
because it's already 40 minutes and above, let's close this. Otherwise, I have heard our reviews from people in our company at least. कि 15 मिनट के बाद कोई नहीं सुनता है, so let's not give them another reason to stop early. I'll stop
कौन
it
है
here.
कौन
So
है कौन बोल रहा है ये कौन बोल रहा है ये
Nilesh,
हाँ
Nilesh, Nilesh,
We'll discuss
Nilesh.
this after the podcast.
Personal message from
Shout out to
Kumar.
Nilesh.
Shout out to Nilesh Kumar from Arpadev. All right, we'll close the session now and we'll meet you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. Bye bye. Hadi, don't say bye.